Hello, in this video we're going to teach you how to create a buttons and lights interface using UniLogic Studio. For quick background, UniLogic Studio, made by Unitronics, is an all-in-one programming environment for hardware and communication configuration, ladder functions, HMI applications, and a multitude of industrial communication protocols. It is designed to be used with the Unitronics Unistream programmable controller series. In this demonstration, we're going to create a simple interface of lights and toggle buttons. To begin, we're first going to create a new project. We'll name it Buttons and Lights. After creating the project, you're going to be asked to choose the Unistream hardware you'll be using. You can choose between either a modular or built-in device. For this demonstration, we'll be using the 15.6-inch modular controller. Once everything loads up, we have to connect the hardware to the software. By clicking the PC to PLC communication tab up top, we can connect the controller to our computer using either an Ethernet cable or a USB to mini USB cable. However, in this demonstration, we'll be using the USB cable for its plug-and-play convenience. Once you connect your controller to your computer, it should appear in this window to signify that it's been successfully connected. Now that our controller is connected, we can begin creating the interface. On the left-hand side is the Solution Explorer menu. Here, if we go under HMI and Module 1, and if we click Screen 1, we'll be brought to our interface creator. This is the screen we'll be directly interacting with. Here's where we'll lay out our buttons and lights. On the right-hand side, you'll see the toolbox. If you click the Button submenu and then the Button tool, we can then draw a button. This button, once pressed, can be tied to an action, which we'll program later on. With the button still selected, if we go to the Properties window on the bottom right and click the ellipses on the Actions row, we can then set the button's action and create a tag for it. We'll set the action to toggle bit, and if we click the pencil next to where it says empty, we'll create a tag and name it Light 1. Now that we have a button, we have to make a light. In the same toolbox as before, if we click the Image Elements submenu, we can choose to make a binary image variable. This binary image will act as our indicator light.
With the binary image still selected, if we go to the Properties window on the bottom right and click the ellipses under the Image Source tab, we can then choose our binary images. UniLogic comes with stock images, and we'll be using an image of an off light bulb and a red bulb. After setting the image, if we go to the Properties window, on the Tag Link row, we can link this binary image to the Light 1 tag we created earlier. Now, we are going to repeat the same process, but just using a different colored light. The only different thing we'll be doing for this second procedure is we'll be creating a new tag for the button 2. We'll name this new tag Light 2, and we'll be linking the second light to this tag. that we have the interface set up, we can begin creating the ladder function that will be running this process.
If we go to the Solutions Explorer menu on the left, under Ladder and Module 1, if we click Function 1, we'll be taken to the ladder function interface. This first rung is where we'll be creating the logic that runs our first light. On to the right, in the toolbox window, is where we can select elements to drag and drop onto our ladder function. First, we'll insert a direct contact element, followed in series by a direct coil. We'll be linking both of these elements to the Light 1 tag from earlier. The second rung is where we'll create the logic that runs our second toggle light. From the same toolbox window, we'll first insert a positive transition contact. This will be followed by a direct contact. And then a set coil.
Under the direct contact element, we are going to insert an inverted contact element in parallel. Follow the inverted contact, we'll insert a reset coil. We'll link all of the elements on the second rung to the Light 2 tag. With the ladder function complete and with the interface laid out, we're ready to send this program to our Unistream controller. Before we do that, we're going to save our project. And now in the upper left, if we click the arrow under the download tab, we'll click download all to send this program to our controller. Once everything's been downloaded, we're ready to run the program on our controller. As you can see, these buttons both do the same thing and toggle their corresponding lights. Although they do the same thing, they're being run by different logic processes.